Femi Adefeso joins us now to talk basketball. Femi, good to have you on the show.
Always a pleasure to be here, Austin.
I hope you have good news.
Yes.
'Cause last week I was expecting some good news. Where should we begin from?
Yeah, just a follow-up to what you said. Finally, the date is out. We have
So it is?
Yeah, it's the 13th of April.
Okay.
Right here in Lagos. The Nigerian men's basketball league, the Nigerian Premier Basketball League, you may want to call it, will officially jump ball. And it's good to know finally we have the date for it. And the first match we'll be seeing will be Customs Kwara Falcons and Oops and Reed Police batting right there on Thursday. Now we hear both the games will be taking place twice a week, Thursdays and on Saturdays. And teams will get more games to play this time, 28 regular season games.
Wow.
Compared to the previous years where you had just 14 games to play.
See more action.
Exactly. So you play a team multiple times, about 2-3 times, in a week, and more games. And then there's going to be the Conference 6 as well, and then there will be the Final 4, which is usual, and before the final. So it's something to look forward to. And by the way, there's also going to be TV involved too. So we'll be seeing games, on television. We are not yet clear.
That's right.
Yeah.
But the thought of it alone, the mention of it that it will be on TV is heartwarming.
Yes. It's good to know also that teams can cash in on this, and of course basketball lovers and fans and business people as well, because it's all about growing the game. Television is everything for sports. We talked about the NCAA last week and how much TV has done for it. They made billions of dollars, just between match alone.
That's
that's just college
NBA.
basketball, not even NBA. So you can imagine how much trying to infuse that into the Premier League in Nigeria. I think it's going to be good. It comes out ready, and we just look forward to it, and just hope everything goes according to plan. But the teams still remain. The teams, 8 teams, on both conferences, Atlantic and Savannah. Savannah won't start until the 20th, of April. And so every early games will start in Lagos, and then we move over. And we hear the live games will be in Lagos and Abuja. So good to know also that the Savannah Conference will also have a field of action. That's right. In times past, everything was just in Lagos, the Atlantic Conference. So the Savannah Conference will be enjoying, some exposure as it is. So those are the fixtures right there on your screen. Customs facing Kwara Falcons. That will be the season opener at 4 p.m. right here in Lagos at the National Stadium. We have Oops and Reeds, the National Division 1 champions, newly promoted, as well as Police Barton, who also are newly promoted. Both teams faced in the final of the Division 1. So I'm sure there will be a little bit of rivalry out there. That game will be 6 p.m. on Thursday on the 13th. Then NAF Rockets, Oops and Reeds will be on Friday. There's a caveat because it's a season opener. So we want to keep the fire burning up until the weekend. And then the Police Bartons will play Customs in the next game on Friday, 4 p.m., 6 p.m. So we're just excited because the Women's League also will be starting on the 13th. That's 3 days before. So they say March Madness. I think we'll give our own April, May, just to add some spice. So Nigerian nation is the April, May, because the Women's League will start in Abuja on the 10th. That's right. The first phase of the league, and then we have the Men's League starting on the 13th as well. For the Savannah Conference, the fixtures: Mark Mentors, former champions, taking on Plateau Peaks. GOMBE Bulls, hopefully they'll be able to, manage to get better this year. We'll take on Kada Stars, and Bauchi Nets will take on champions, Kano Pillars out there in Bauchi, while NSCGC Defenders. So when you see defender, just go straight. You can really add 1 and 2 together. The Civil Defenders taking on Niger Porters out there in Abuja as well. All the games will be 4 p.m. on the 20th of April. That's for the Savannah Conference. So Abuja will have 2 games where Mark Mentors play and the Defenders play. GOMBE Bulls in Gombe will play Kada, and Bauchi Nets will be at home there on the 20th.
Busy basketball for all of us right there. We love it. That's at the professional stage. Let's go to the grassroots, where for me is everything if you want to develop a country sport.
Absolutely. And one of the shining lights of developmental programs in Nigeria is the Youth Alive Community Basketball League. We've been talking about it. They are now in week 12, Austin. And the action continues. That's what they're saying. Under 13s, under 16s, and under 19s. For the under 13s, Deep Bond versus River Dragons, and that will be at the Ropark Arena. Jordan Cadets against Wildcats. Top Field against Bobcats. I've not said this before, Austin, but the interesting part about the under 13s is it is mixed. Woo! Exactly, yes, because at that level, they believe the energy level of both boys and girls is almost the same. Okay. So the girls also have a field, and they are able to compete with their male counterparts. So it's a mixture of boys and girls at the under 13 level, and it's really very much fun to watch. In the under 19s, for boys, we have Royal Tigers against Deep Bond, Rangers against Top Field, Strong Tower against River Dragons. Now, all these academies are all across Lagos, not just in the metropolis. We have academies from Songwater, we have academies from Egbeda, you know, coming along as well. So it's not just Surulere or Ikeja, you know, where everything ups up and they are caught all around. They are also caught, you know, in the nooks and crannies, you know. And some of these academies have been spotted and highlighted by the organizers of this Youth Life League to come forward with their best talent and come and play. For the girls, Mobolaji versus Q Titans. Q Titans, by the way, is an academy based in the Air Force Base here in Lagos, coming out to play. So the female team there will be playing Mobolaji Girl. Eco Flyers will playing Hope for Girls. Hope for Girls, Mobolaji Akio, this program. You know, there's too many girls in that academy. They have to split them into two. Okay. That's why we have Mobolaji Girls, and then we have the Hope for Girls, which is the name of the program. Then Top Field Girls and Deep Bond. Top Field, by the way, is a secondary school based in Orilligom. I think Ajegunle, to be precise. So schools are also bringing in, you know, their kids to come in and play. A few schools in the past, like Queen's College, Yaba, also have their teams, but I heard the school hasn't resumed, you know, session, so it's been difficult to put the girls together to come and feature, you know, early on this season. Maybe they'll give them a wild card come playoff time to also come and show talent. It will
be good. Take this kids out of the classroom, you know, play basketball periodically, you know, and then just sharpen the skills that God.
Yeah, you never just know what all comes out next. Each time I see this program, it just reminds me of a certain Joel Embiid. You know, I think he's the top runner for the Rookie of the Year in the NBA. A certain player in Lukumba Amute, a Cameroonian international, did a mini program of some sorts a couple of years ago, and then he saw this guy like, you can play basketball with your height. Come with me to the US. And then in a year, he got into the University of Kansas on scholarship. And after just 1 year in university, he's in the NBA and a top draft, you know, making a name for himself and for his country.
Basketball transformed his life.
Absolutely.
What else can we say? That's